Following the end of slavery and the Reconstruction period immediately following the Civil War, lawmakers implemented Jim Crow, or segregation laws, throughout the South. Segregation did take place in Maryland as well as in Montgomery County. This map, for example, depicts housing segregation in Montgomery County in 1940. The red shaded squares here indicate areas in the county where racial covenants were in place, preventing Black people, Asian people, and Jewish people from buying houses and moving into certain areas. Housing is a crucial aspect of one's everyday life. Where one lives with their family has a tremendous impact on access to resources and access to a good education, particularly because of the link between property taxes and proximity to quality public education. We continue to see these disparities around housing and public education today in our county. There was also segregation in education. Before 1927, Black students had to commute to Washington, D.C. to receive post-elementary education. Through the 1950s, the county spent twice as much in tax dollars on white schools than Black schools. Montgomery College was segregated until 1960. Prior to that, Black students attended George Washington Carver Junior College, which was to become Montgomery Junior College's Rockville campus. On the slide, we have firsthand accounts from two educators who were involved in the process of desegregating Montgomery County schools during the Civil Rights era. Let's hear what they have to say.
In a segregated system, we had old books, torn books, soiled books, dilapidated buses. Materials were bad. Very few playground, equipment and things like that.
So you see, in those days, we had to provide our own building. So most Black people went to school in a hall or a church or an old house, any building they had in their community.
In a segregated system.
So you see, in those
Healthcare was also segregated in the county. There were significant disparities in access to adequate healthcare in the county until the Civil Rights Movement. People of color were restricted in how and where they received care. Some folks only received care because of the efforts of a local Black doctor, Dr. Sewell, who challenged his racial inequities and offered his medical care to those who needed it. He even served women of all races who sought abortions but who did not have any other options. He was a community doctor who constantly advocated for Black people to receive a better standard of care through the Black hospital movement. For example, despite the negative impact it had on his own career. In the words of James Baldwin, history is not the past, it is the present. We carry our history with us. We are our history. We share this quote with you today and this historical context of Montgomery County to highlight how these structural forms of racism were embedded in the very fabric of our county institutions, policies, and practices. While it is history, it is not a history that is very far removed, and some of the racial disparities that we see here today reflect this past.